Good morning, afternoon, evening. This is San Germain and welcome to today's Grab Bag, where we will be playing with Legos. I'm currently using a software called Stud.io, which I know is a pretty good one. It's, I think, produced by Lego themselves, the Lego company. And one of the cool things about this program is that it allows you to import the parts from official Lego sets. So today we're going to be starting off with a warm-up of the Weetabix Castle. And as you can see, it has 471 parts, including extra parts. 0 minifigs. And here you'll see all the parts that I'll just need to quickly reassign. But that shouldn't take too long. The reassigning process is pretty quick. All you have to do is... There's a side panel over here. I know that the overlay is covering it, but you can kind of see it. But there's a side panel over here that you just select all the parts that are missing, and it'll say, you know, this one says 3003 old. So you just reassign it with, you know, plain old 3003. And the reason why those didn't quite register is because the software just doesn't have the old parts. And for good reason, because if we wanted to, after we were done building this, we could actually theoretically buy the parts, or buy the parts and make the model itself. We're not going to be doing that, obviously, but you could. And that's just neat. Okay, just going to quickly move these a bit. These are... what are these? These are 700 ED. I don't know what that is. I should have paid more attention. Oh, it's these. So, I chose this as a warm-up because I actually messed around with the software to make sure that it works as I was expecting. And this is one of the models I started with. And we're going to be doing a bunch of other castle models. In fact, it might be even fun to do this as an ongoing series. The other ones I was hoping to do today is the Knights Procession, which is these, the Knights Tournament, and the Castle, all from the classic Lego Castle series. And I have the instructions on my lap. So, let's get started. So, the software itself is actually really easy to use. This isn't an ad, but this software is really easy to use. So, I will be putting the link to the software down below. Now, one thing I'll quickly say about these instructions is that the colors for the Weetabix Castle, so far as I can tell, are just wrong. Because that or the printing is very near between white and light gray. So we're just going to roll with these being the most likely colors. I will also say, as you can see, these are very garish colors. But this was the first Lego castle. Well, sort of. There wasn't a earlier Lego castle, but those were just for stores to receive and build. And as such, they weren't retail castles. But this one you could actually get as, you know, as the name implies, the Weetabix Castle. You could get through a cross-promotion with Weetabix. And for those of you who don't know what Weetabix is, it's, I guess you could sort of say it's like shredded wheat, shredded mini wheats, but they're more like a biscuit. Hence the name, you know, Weetabix. For the same reason, Bix being the abbreviation of biscuit like Twix has, the IX at the end. I think that would probably be Twin Biscuit if I had to guess. I don't know. Anyway, so you could send this box top style. You could send box tops essentially to Weetabix Company and they would send you this castle model. Okay, there's that piece. Is that the one? That looks about right. We'll find out. Oh, I actually don't need the sidebars on right now, do I? Yeah, because we replaced all the parts. Also, because I didn't want to waste your time, I already imported the other models for that we're going to be doing. Okay, and this piece goes here. But yeah, I would like to... Well, I don't know if I would make it an ongoing series as a grab bag. I might make it a series in its own right. But at the very least, you can expect maybe some more Lego building, because I love Legos. I grew up loving Legos, and I would, you know, very eagerly play with Legos absolutely any minute of any day. Ooh. I will also say the Weetabix instructions very faded, the ones I got. So here's hoping that we can read it just okay. That's why I keep taking pauses, is because I'm trying to count the studs, because it's just not... Oh, please. There we go. It's just not doing it. Okay. And we would go by each generation. So this one's going to be a bit shorter because there's only three sets in the Classic Castle series. And the Weetabix, that isn't part of the Classic Castle series. I just added it on because, well, might as well start from the beginning. It is the first retail castle, after all. Just, where is... Oh. Is it this one? Or... I'm gonna take a blind guess and say that that's supposed to be white and not light gray, because there is the same... we'll go with that. And that's step 1 done. Okay, step 2. So we're gonna need a round of these. I might as well just bring these over here. Hopefully you can see this okay. I imagine you should be able to. Also, I am listening to music, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it as well. After this, after the classic series, I'm not quite sure where I want to start. Should I start with the Crusaders or the... Ooh, did I actually need this? Yeah, I did. Okay. Whether to start with the Crusaders or the Black Falcons. Both are tempting. Once we get to the larger sets, I'm not sure. I might break them up into multiple videos. But... Ooh, did I do that right? I did that right, okay. But if not, then it'll just be nice, long, relaxing videos of me building Legos and rambling on. Oh, okay, I was confused. So there's a 2 I need to... There it is. And then I'll need plenty of the 4s. And by plenty, I mean 4. The other sets should... pretty quick. I'd also like to, if I can, try as a challenge to figure out how to build the alternate builds. And if you don't know what those are and you haven't really messed around with Legos that much, the alternate builds is an old tradition of Lego where on the back of the box they would have pictures of other sorts of things you can build with the set you just bought. Sort of gives you the feeling that you got more bang for your buck. I don't need that one. I need this one. And the thing is with that, though, is that they show you the pictures of the alternate builds, but they don't actually tell you how to make it. It's not part of the instructions. And near as I can tell, there isn't a good source for how to build those online either. I mean, there are like a few places I've seen, but none that really struck me as good resource for them in general. So yeah, we're just gonna mess around and figure it out. It's more fun that way anyway. Is that a long boy? That is a long boy. But is it this long boy? Yeah, that should be good. Then the other unfortunate fact about the instructions I'm looking at being unclear is that the line between parts is very, very thin. So that's 8 studs, and that's 10 studs. Okay, so this one actually needs to go over here, I think. And then this one goes here. But after this, we're going to do the Knight's Procession, which is going to be very fast. It's pretty much mostly just making minifigures. That is this one, I think. Yeah, that looks good. So, after this, we'll probably do the Crusaders, because it's sort of like the heroes, I think. In the Classic Castle series, there weren't really factions as such. There was just sort of, you know, it was a time of peace. The worst you'll get is a jousting competition. But even then, afterwards they're drinking and full of merry. But after the Classic Castle series, they started making factions, starting with the Crusaders and the Black Falcons. And then they added the Forestmen, which I believe elsewhere they're called what they rightfully should be called, which is Robin Hood. And then after that, ooh, I don't know. I think it's the Black Knights, maybe? And then after that, I think, is the Wolf Pack, which softly replaced the Forestmen. I think the Forestmen were wildly popular, and you can see why. Who doesn't love Robin Hood? Okay, and this piece, I think, that would make sense. And ooh, wait, where is it? Oh, it's blending in. And maybe it might even be fun. So a while back, there was this game jam competition hosted by Unity and Lego Company. And I believe that they still have the resources to do this, but there was an official source that Lego provided Unity where you could make your own Lego games. They weren't, you know, they weren't like the Lego Star Wars series or anything like that. But they were basically just make your own 3D platformer, and it was more or less just an introduction on how to make a game in general. But I tried entering that, and I got surprisingly far. But it was a bit overambitious, I would probably say. The idea we were going for. Okay. Also, I'll say that the Weetabix instructions was way before they learned how to paste the instructions, so nowadays you have like 1 or 3 steps before you have to turn a page or go to the next step. But oh boy, not the case back in the... Oh yeah, here they mess up the colors again too. Wow, they really mess up the colors. I think they just... Oh no. Oh heavens no. Wow, I didn't actually read all the instructions before I started. Later on in the instructions... Well, basically each step, I didn't notice it. All the bricks laid down from the previous step, they're just recolored a base white, so that's going to be a nightmare later. Fun. Okay, so what was I even on about? Oh yeah, the game jam. So yeah, it would be fun, I think, to maybe even make a game using these models, because you can actually export them right here. And we could enter them into Blender, and then from there make a fun little Lego game. Of course we won't release it, but could be fun. What piece next? This... The recoloring of everything white really changes the game. As I said, I did mess around with this before, but I didn't make the full castle yet. 4-piece, I think. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, please. There we go. What kind of game do you think we should make if we do that? Obviously, I'm leaning towards something akin to the LEGO Star Wars games. But, you know, LEGO Star Wars games sort of lean into a 3D platformer collectathon style. It doesn't look right. It is right, but it doesn't look right. No, it isn't right. No, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. This one. And then this one. Okay. So then we can move this one over, please. So the way they make this a little bit easier to build is they have a snap feature, but you have to get at certain angles of the camera to get it to snap properly. That's why if you see me messing around with the camera, that's why. It's just trying to get the right... yeah, okay. Get it to snap in the right place. Oh wait, that wasn't the right place. There we go. And I think I need a couple of these. But yeah, and obviously I would like the game, if we do make it, to be themed around the castle series. The Game Jam game that I was working on, with help, I will say. The Game Jam game I was working on was pirate themed. So... And with that, I had a few problems, particularly in the fact that this program's great, it doesn't necessarily allow for exporting sails properly. As well as nets and strings, so you really had to mess with them to sort of get them in the right shape. So I wouldn't want to do that again. Castle's a lot easier to work with. It'll be a nice little nostalgic trip, doing all the different factions. Kind of reminds me of another game that Maybe I'll play that someday. It's not exactly the world's greatest game, but it is a Lego game. It's a Lego Creator Kingdoms, I think it's called. When I was younger, I used to call it Lego Creator Crusaders, because that's, I think, what they call the heroes at the time. Even though, at the time, I don't think they were called Crusaders. Then a 2-piece. But yeah, in the beginning, there wasn't really a singular lore that one could use. I mean, nowadays... Well, I was gonna say nowadays, there's endless amounts of lore for LEGO stuff, but really that's not true because LEGO's sort of distanced away from the original themes, which is kind of sad, you know. I like Lego City and Lego Town and all that. Well, it's not called Lego Town, but it might as well be. But I really do miss themes like Pirate and Castle and Space. But I guess those were just superseded by the licensed sets. I need a longer one, not this one. Yeah, because like, why do Pirates when you can do Pirates of the Caribbean? Why do Space when you can do Star Wars? And why do fantasy or medieval when you could just do Lord of the Rings? It's just unfortunate because I don't know. The original sets allowed for a sense of creativity in what you were making. Even when they started adding a little bit more lore, starting with, I think, Dragon Masters is the one that really started the lore heavy, with Magisto, the wizard, who I think in other places is called Merlin. Frankly, I don't know why he wouldn't be called Merlin elsewhere, but much like I suppose I don't know why they would change Robin Hood's name. What piece do I need next? A 3-piece, I think. Well, these are going to be a nice set of stairs. We could just put it over here. This warm-up is very quickly becoming almost the whole episode. Worst case scenario, I'll just take a break and then start the other ones. But we'll see. Oh, but the other interesting thing about the sets coming up is you'll notice how rudimentary they are compared to modern sets, because modern sets, they have like very, very diverse sets of pieces. But as you can see here, this is like, well, this is obviously the earliest set we would be doing, but it's just bricks. But in, say, the Knights tournament, what would nowadays be made using a singular piece, it's using a bunch of these little slope pieces. And you know, I kind of miss things like that in LEGO. I understand why they don't do it. It's probably, well, it probably takes away the anxieties of seeing a huge, vast pool of LEGO pieces that you know you're gonna have to use. But, and also, through that, trying to figure out which pieces go where, like I'm doing right now. But, you know, still, miss it. Is there anything else I need to do here? Oh, one of these. Anything else? Is that connected? I think that's connected. Yeah, that's connected. And that should be step 3 done. And then we can actually continue to step 4, which has the same steps, essentially. Yeah, well, even with LEGO Pirates, they sort of started toning down the lore a bit, which is interesting. That's even a longer piece and it doesn't look right. Okay, let's skip that part for now. Let's go here. That doesn't look right. Well, I guess with a build like this, it's not gonna look right. It's a weird colored castle. And this one doesn't come with any minifigures either. Then again, this is part of, I guess you could even say it's part of the Legoland series. But back then, minifigures were not the minifigures we know and love today. They had no arms, they had no face, they lacked their lovable smile. All they had were little stumps. Please go here. And then... oh, there's just an opening. Okay. I can roll with that. And that's a 8-piece, so one of these. But yeah, if you haven't already noticed, this is going to be a very laid-back series of me doing this. So, if you haven't already, go make yourself a cup of tea, just sit back, relax, because it is really just going to be me taking my sweet time building LEGO sets. Especially getting readjusted to the software, because I haven't really used it in a while. All that said about lore, there wasn't really a defined bad guy in the castle beginnings, which was sort of why I think the early LEGO castle had probably the right amount of lore, where it gave you just enough to work with and let you create the rest. And 2x4, 2x4, 2x4. I think that's sort of why you could get away with having a LEGO set just themed around Robin Hood and Merlin, is because even though, you know, one would think that... where's this piece? Oh, it's a 4. My bad. Even though you would think that having sets themed around famous characters like Robin Hood and Merlin, you would think that would inhibit creativity because you would rely too heavily on those themes. But I think they just give you a nice little board to bounce off of. Especially with a character like Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a very elastic character. You know, he's gone from being a mere yeoman to a noble. And even in his earliest texts, there's that sort of there's the feeling of him stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, but it's never outright said, just more or less he tells his merry men to leave the poor guys alone and leave the gentry alone. If I recall correctly. Ooh, is that the big one, right? Or are we almost done with the big ones? Hope so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, hold on. No, this is 8. Okay. So this one. Does that look right? That doesn't look right, but it is right. Okay, that's step 4 done, I guess. I was expecting so many more steps considering how the last steps were going. Step 5 has the dirtiest page of all. It's so fuzzy. Now it's making sense. These are for windows. I thought they were just big old gaps. I think that... Oh no, that one's a white one. I was gonna say that makes sense, but it really doesn't. This whole castle's very garish. And it's... Again, the issue of the formerly used bricks being turned white makes it very hard to tell what pieces you need to... which pieces are old and which ones are just new white pieces. That goes there, and... Need a 6-piece. But yeah, and obviously, if we were to make a game, we would make it not live, but we would do it so that you can watch the steps of the process. After all, if we were to do it, it would sort of be almost collaborative, I'd hope. With a game that touches and feeds off of imagination, I would hate for it just to be my imagination, my ideas. Okay, and that's a 8-piece. Ooh, it's snug. And then... that goes there. Ooh, it looks so gorgeous. It looks... I want to live there already. Did I miss a piece here? I did. Unless that was intentional. No, Wait, how did I goof that so bad? No, I didn't goof it too bad. I just missed a 1 piece. There we go. That looks better. I really miss Legos though. They've gotten really expensive in addition to, you know, me being up here. You know, they've gotten really expensive so that it sort of makes it a bit harder for me to feel right getting them. Especially because the places where I see it most, oddly enough, is the local bookstore. And I don't know, when put side by side, it makes me feel like, oh man, I shouldn't be using that money to get Legos, I should be using that to get a book. This looks like it should fit here. And that's that done. Is this... Wait a minute. Okay. So that goes here, and then both will just cooperate. Oh, is it only these ones left? I don't see any other ones. That doesn't... Wait, no, that looks awful. That can't be right. Was it supposed to stick? No, it's not supposed to stick out like that. That must be a printing error. I have to believe that's a printing error because that doesn't look any bit right. No. Because even here it shows it... Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at this all wrong. There we go. Now it looks right. I mean, it doesn't look right. I do think it's still printing error. What are you connecting? What are you trying to connect to? Right here. Right? Why? Okay. Come on. There we go. Then... And it's just these pieces left. Over here. The perspective scared me. I thought I did this all wrong suddenly. But that still doesn't look... I feel like with the other castle, even though that one is all yellow, spoiler alert, the other classic castle is all yellow. Even though that's all yellow, I feel like that's still gonna make more sense while building to look at than this one. And that's that. These one? No. I didn't mean to grab one, I meant to grab a bunch. Well, I only need one. It's not too bad. I do kind of wish that there was a way to change the lighting in here, because with white bricks in particular, which this set is mostly white bricks, it's a little bit weird trying to see perspective a little bit. It's just like if it were just a little bit, the shadows were a little bit darker. That's all I want. I'm sure there is a setting. I'm sure that there's one in the properties menu. Wait, did I do that already? Yeah, looks like. Anything else I need to do then? Oh, over here, absolutely. By the way, the music that you're listening to is absolutely not the music I'm listening to. The music I'm listening to, it got very dramatic all of a sudden. What even is this? I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the name of the song. It's classical though. Sounds like Vivaldi. Back to building. I need this piece, and after that I need this. Yeah, this one's a hard one to build because I just keep looking and it's like, that doesn't look right, but it's not going to look right. It's a very unappealing castle. I would not live here. Also, I don't even think... I mean, this wasn't built with minifigures in mind, but I don't even think it would be... I don't think the minifigures would fit alongside it either. They'd probably need to duct some. Just double checking the blueprints, making sure everything's all lined up. Yeah, that looks good. That looks... Oh wait, no, there's one sneaky instruction here. That... Oh, is that like a little bulge? Little castle bulge. Okay. To part 6, instruction 6. So this is a lot of steps, but it's a lot of small ones. I can drag a bunch of these. Lego Castle also feels like a no-brainer to make more of, because it just makes sense to make a series about making a building out of bricks. I mean, Lego City I get also because a lot of Lego City, at least it used to be, mostly it was about construction companies. There was so many construction vehicles. Frankly, sometimes I feel like Lego goes a little too hard on the vehicles. I don't know if they just maybe sell well or something, but even... Yeah, you go to any superhero that you want a Lego set of, and 9 times out of 10, you'll find plenty of that superhero as with a vehicle, like a Doom buggy or something. And very rarely just a Lego set of them fighting their arch nemesis or whatever. Spider-Man is especially guilty of this, I think. Which is funny because I don't really think about Spider-Man driving a car to fight the Green Goblin or Doc Ock. It just feels unnatural and wrong to me. But, I mean, it wouldn't make sense for Doc Ock to make one. To make a vehicle to try and take down Spider-Man. It just doesn't seem... It doesn't feel like something Spidey would do to then build a car to rival Doc Ock and race him. I guess that's Lego logic. That doesn't go there. That goes there. Why are these windows going to be like all... Oh, they are. They're not going to be symmetrical. Why would you do this, Weetabix? Who hurt you? That goes there. Oh, that looks awful. I'm reading ahead in the instructions to see where the other window goes, and it looks awful. I almost feel like they intentionally made it look awful so that you would be inspired to make it look better using your imagination. I'm also going to start moving some pieces down closer to the model, that way I don't have to keep going up and down. And then I need a 2-piece. Oh, I have it right here. Good. Oh, that doesn't look right. That looks awful. That doesn't... Is that right? That can't be right. It just hanging like that? That can't be right. I guess it's not completely hanging, but it still doesn't look good. I'll double check step 5 real quick. Oh no, yep, that is my bad. There we go. Fixed. Oh, now the castle looks good. Now the castle looks real good. I dare say just add like a fireplace right here, and that's perfectly livable. Okay, and then... Oh, I thought I grabbed more of this... Where? There they are. There are shortcuts to make a top view, front view, all that. I'm not going to do them. I'm going to try and do them sparingly because that must be very jarring for a video, but it does make it a lot easier to grab a bunch of pieces like I just did. Okay, what else? We need a bunch of these. I feel like I'm going shopping. I imagine the reason why this castle looks as garish as it does is probably similar to the reason why the other castle we would be building is as yellow as it is. Though at least with the yellow one, they were trying to go for a very specific color, they just didn't have that color yet. They wanted a sort of like a tan. But instead they had yellow, so that's what they worked with. But this one just... I guess it's fun. It's funfetti colors. But you know, if I were in like an old cartoon or something and they would say, oh, just stay in this abandoned castle for one night and you get to keep it. I'd say, oh, you can just keep it. Like, are you sure? Inside's like a fortune of rare art pieces and jewels. I'd say, no, just I don't want that. I don't want people to know I live here. Oh, actually, this is something that scares me. I don't like how castles just have no handrail. That's always disturbed me. Oh, there is a piece like that. Okay. I was looking at the instructions saying that isn't a piece, but it is. It absolutely is. I guess this is supposed to be... Oh. I guess this blue here is supposed to be a facsimile of a door. It's a shame. I think this set would probably actually be better if they left that as an opening. I don't know why I would critique a set from the 1970s, but... Come on, you can do better. You also save bricks doing that. Oh, here's time for a window. Wait, is that backwards? No, that's right. And then we'll do that one. And then we need a 6-piece. There is a Lego set I want really bad, but it's way too expensive, and obviously I'm up here, so that also doesn't help, but I really really, really want the Lego Daily Bugle. But not only can I not get it because I'm up here, but it's also super expensive. So even if I was back home, that's just not happening. But it's so cool. This isn't like a weird promotion, but like the fact that it has like the Punisher, Daredevil, pretty much all the classic villains, even some new well, not new, but some less legacy characters like Spider-Gwen and Spider-Ham. Well, Spider-Ham's sort of oldish, I guess. Wait, don't tell me that's also gonna be a window? Music I'm listening to is very fitting of how I feel. Realizing all the windows, it's Lacrimosa, but it's exactly how I feel realizing that all the windows are just gonna be slightly wrong against each other. And a two-piece here. But yeah, what's your favorite Lego set? Or maybe a Lego set that you wish you had, but is too expensive for you right now? Or maybe even is just too expensive, period. You can write that down in the comments, because I'm very curious what interests you in terms of Lego sets. Like, do you prefer the licensed sets to, you know, things like Lego City? Or maybe do you not even remember when there was like Lego Castle, Lego Space, Lego Adventure? I was thinking the other day, how many people, not really people, not just people, how many kids still know who Ronald McDonald is? Because they haven't used Ronald McDonald in a very long time. So I want to imagine that number's dwindling. I mean, you pass by a McDonald's nowadays, it doesn't even look like a McDonald's. Oh, I missed a step. That's okay. I can just quickly do that now. Boop. And boop. I mean, I'm not going to say that the new McDonald's looks bad. It just doesn't look... It doesn't fill me with the wonder that... with the joy and wonder that a clown is supposed to, I guess. But they backed away hard on the clown stuff. And say what you will about Burger King, they committed to the creepy king. I miss a lot of the old aspects of McDonald's, though. You know, the whole McDonald's land, the fact, you know, the nice, colorful playgrounds, they, you know, as a kid, that was like a place that, even if you didn't want the food, you might just wanted to stop by the playground. There goes one window. But like, I miss McDonald Land, I miss the McDonald Land characters. Yeah, everyone, I feel like people today know the Grimace, maybe even more than Ronald McDonald. But, you know, all the other ones like Birdie, the Hamburger was probably still remembered, but probably very dimly. Looking good. Sometimes, you know, I'm sort of looking at this set, I'm feeling like if I didn't, the instructions are somehow making this progress slower than it needs to be. Like, I feel like I could almost pick up a picture of the castle and I'd understand how it should be built. And way faster than this is drip feeding it. And it makes me even more thankful that modern LEGO isn't like this. Because if modern LEGO was like this, it just would not be fun. Even if you're trying to build your own thing, just... looking at these instructions makes me a little sad. Not actually, but... Wait, what? You don't have that. I don't have that piece. Am I supposed to have that piece? What piece is that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, it's over here. Okay, false alarm. We have that piece, absolutely. But yeah, if you... I know I asked a question earlier, but might as well ask another one. When was the last time you thought of Ronald McDonald as a character, not just, you know, the brand? Because now I pass by a McDonald's and it looks almost like a coffee house. Just gonna bring these two down. So I'm gonna need both of them. Wait, what? Okay, there. And there. I did that step, and I did this. What about up here? Nope, didn't do up there yet. It's also funny to think about Ronald McDonald falling out of style, because I feel like there was a time where, you know, I thought I remember reading a survey that was taken where kids were asked, you know, which figures they recognized more. And, you know, one of them was like, I believe a religious figure of some sort. But the one that they kept coming back to compare with was Ronald McDonald. And they kept coming back that... Wait, I missed a piece there. But it kept coming back that kids remembered Ronald McDonald more than, like, said religious figure. But also, I thought I recalled that people remembered Ronald McDonald more than even Mickey Mouse. And that's a real shocker, especially considering the fact that I feel like no one really thinks about Ronald McDonald now. Yeah, you look at McDonald's and it does not look like a clown's play space. This looks more like a clown's play space than McDonald's does, actually. I could see this being McDonald's to a T. Well, ooh, the lines are jittering here. Is that... No, it's sound. Okay. Moving on. False alarm. So, this piece here... No... Here I said... Okay. And is that... Are we finally on to the next step? Looks like... Okay. Moving... Wait. That doesn't... Hold on. Was this supposed... Yeah, that... Okay, now it makes a little bit more sense. This was supposed to be in one. No wonder it looks awful. Now it looks like a door. I mean, it still looks... But... Looks more like a door. Yeah, this episode might just be the Weetabix episode, because I'm looking at the directions left over and the pieces left over, and well, I could knock this out real quick. I feel like I'm not going to. But if I don't, you can join me for the next one when I do the rest of the Classic Castle series, which will go a lot faster because that's actually... Those actually have good instructions. Bold of them not to put a window here yet. Then single yellow here. Maybe when I get back home, I'll treat myself to a Lego set. Not the Daily Bugle though. That's a way later. Though probably if I do way later, then it'll be sold out and I won't ever get it. I will also say, when I first read about the Weetabix Castle, I, for some reason, imagined that this was like a toy in the box. And I'm just imagining a big old Weetabix being lodged between all these Lego bricks. For those who can't imagine what a Weetabix looks like, it's about the size of your palm. A single Weetabix. I mean, they do make smaller, I think, but... Did I, like, get sidetracked over here? I guess I did. We'll start working over here now. Just kidding, they don't need any of this piece. They need these pieces. Oh, that white. I was I was lost again at what I could possibly do next, but it's because a lot of the next steps are white bricks. Over here, come on. No, not lodged in there. There we go. I can probably just start moving a lot of the bricks over here. That way I don't have to keep going back and forth. But if I do, then it's going to be a very disorganized mess. More so than it already is. I'm on step 9, I think. I'm sure that's very comforting to hear. I'm absolutely on step 8. I don't know why they decided to tackle the direct, because I looked ahead a little bit at the other steps. And the other steps are like a lot smaller, so I don't know why they did it like this. Ooh, we're done with the white 2x4s. Those were the last ones. Does that complete? Yeah? Yeah, that completes step 8. So now on to step 9. We'll start with the colored pieces, because those are very obvious. I was confused, but it was probably the little double in the center. Little stem. And one of these. I also promise you that this software is a lot easier to build with than it may seem like it's doing right now. It's only this difficult because the instructions are this difficult to read. He wants to show you the nice procession so you could just see that one just has like 3 steps to it. And all of them are very well documented. Whereas this one is more or less an I Spy or Where's Waldo of progress. That said, if I do make this more of a series, they probably won't be as grab bags. I'll probably actually label them as a Lego buildings video. That way, if this is your cup of tea, then you can decide whether or not you want to watch this, rather than click on it hoping that maybe I'll play a rare game or something, only to find it's me building more Legos. This one goes here. It's starting to look more like a castle. I also feel like this would be a very streamable sort of thing. Though whether or not I'll ever stream, who knows. Given my current predicament, not very likely. Oh ho ho, those sneaky windows. Almost missed them. Well, that's backwards. Then I need a one piece over there. Oh, keep saying one piece. What is it called? A brick 1x1. Let's see. Oh, I guess I can say, since we probably won't get to it this episode, I'll say what I had to say about the yellow bricks and why they were yellow instead of the more typical castle colors. And it's because the original designer for the Lego Castle series, they basically just didn't want to make gray brick castles, because if they do, then in a way it sort of incentivizes, I guess. I'm probably getting this all wrong, but it sort of incentivizes kids to make more militaristic designs. You know, he sort of knew that if you added this, then it's not a far cry from making tanks and all that. So, very, very sweet reasoning. But the result is a very oddly colored castle. And as I said earlier, they didn't have tan, you know, a sandy color. They had yellow, so that's what they made do with. Oh, actually, we're winding down on pieces. We might actually be able to squeak is that just supposed to be open? I guess it is supposed to be open. Odd. Huh. Say it ain't so. We might actually be able to squeak a quick Knight's Procession in there. We're absolutely not going to do the alternate builds this one, but next time, that could be that episode's warm-up. Also, the Building with Legos series, quote-unquote, would not take up a time slot from Grab Bag. It would just be either a video I release on a different day, or it would just be a double feature that day. This doesn't look right. Oh god. That looks better. Okay. Is that step 9 done? That looks like step 9 done. I feel like the person who made the beginning of these directions is a completely different person than the person who made the second half of these directions. Actually, yeah, let's start moving these pieces in, because we absolutely don't need them to be spread out over there. Where's this one? We need this one. Oh, now it's really awful with the white, because pretty much all the pieces left over are white. It's just lousy. Also, hopefully the audio isn't too awful because I needed to change my basic setup to allow for this to happen, essentially. Oh, really? These go here. I thought we were just gonna... plop these on, but I know that's probably gonna be next, so let's do that. I can almost guarantee these two are gonna go there too. And... not there. There. Yeah, and thankfully, let me just make sure. Yeah, the yellow castle does not have the white castle problem. Two next. So those are probably all these are gonna go over here. So I'll start moving them over. Okay, and then next is another one of these. Wait, do we have more of those? Kind of. Oh, one's over here. I missed one. Okay, yeah, next time, warm-up is going to be an actual warm-up. A small little set. Because I can usually build a set that is, you know, 300, 400 pieces. Not too long. But this one, the instructions are a major roadblock. Because it makes me have to look down at the instructions and wonder, is that it? Did I do it? Is that done? Okay, yeah, now we can finish this one. Top-down view is probably best for this. Also, link in the description some good websites that are very helpful for what I'm doing, essentially. I'm also going to skip a step real quick and just do this, because I don't want to look at that brick anymore. Then in the middle, can we do in the middle? There we go. I'm sure I'm going to have to put another one up here, but I don't want to skip too far ahead, otherwise I'm going to completely lose track of what I'm doing. Okay, that one looks like it's a 4x6 plate. That. Then these two probably? That looks right. Then this one has a big floor. You know, as hard as it is to follow these instructions, it does make me more excited to work on the larger castles. The ones that have good instructions and are much more coherent in design. They'll also be good because you can get in a nice flow state. That was what was really nice about working on that one LEGO Game Jam game, is because I could just get a nice flow state of making Lego sets. Another little fun thing from that Game Jam is that I recreated Lego Island more or less. Because a lot of Lego Island, like the models, are based on real sets, with minor differences here and there. And once you know what those sets are, you can sort of... Is that it? Did I do it? It's good? That looks good. You can sort of make your own Lego Island. And then all that you would need to do after that is make all the NPCs. Oh wow, we're really coming to the close. This is almost it. Making the NPCs was fun because I could just take the default minifig face that the Unity Lego thing allows you to use, and you can just slightly modify the texture so that you can have the Lego Island NPCs walking. Okay, wrong brick. Lego NPCs walking around. I hope the camera isn't too jarring. I'm trying to be very sparing with how often I do, like, quick turns. Then this goes here. Ooh. Wait, where's the... Oh no, there's one. Okay, they're over here. I was starting to sweat thinking I somehow missed it. Is that just gonna be a very narrow door? It might be. Because there's no windows left. Well, there are, but none like that. And then one last one here. But yeah, pretty much the rest of the instructions are based around here, so that's good. Is there something I'm missing? No, I just... Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, those windows. These ones look okay being not on the even playing field, but this one is frustrating. That one is just awful. Is it historically accurate? Doesn't seem right. I mean, I guess it could be historically accurate, well, historically accurate as a Weetabix of Lego could be. And it's sort of funny, actually, thinking back to the fact that the reason why the castles were as colorful and not grey as they should be, you know, because later on, the Lego sets for Castle pretty much entirely became about warfare. Oh, we can start bundling this down too. Over here. Yeah, look how much space we've saved. Okay. That is step 12 done. Only a couple more steps to go. Ah, I probably could have surmised I needed to do that. Oop. And I can guarantee this is pretty much going to go there. So, it's not. That was absolutely not where that goes. Okay. Well. It's also sort of weird because a lot of the future sets became more militaristic, but some of my favorite sets from the lot are the ones that are civilian based. You know, the ones like the Guarded Inn or the Blacksmith. I like seeing Lego Citizens also. And as cool as it is seeing, yo, Lego Army fighting Lego Army, it's just something really cool about seeing Lego Citizens just sort of having a conversation or sharing a meal. Just need to get one there. Oh yeah, we're really winding down. Is that? And then just these ones over here. Almost looks like this one just had a completely different designer than this one. Because these ones, the little, oh god, what are they called? But these bricks aren't as laid as neatly as these ones. Even though I imagine they could have been. I guess they're laid kinda neatly. Still wouldn't live here though. Okay, on to step 14. Which means that we're pretty much done. Because all these other steps are like, to add 2 things. And thank goodness, because this has been much longer than anticipated. I mean, as I said from the start, this was supposed to be a little warm-up. Okay. just add on top of this. And then this little roof, not that one, this one? That doesn't look right either. No, it is this one. That's probably right. It doesn't really say very clearly in the instructions. Okay, and then these ones. Just making a nice little box. Ooh, and then now we're getting to the part where we make this flag. It's looking good. We're on the second to last step. The second to last step is somehow broken up into 5 steps, but they're all small. Is that how they want it done? Yeah, that looks about right. And then no. Here. And then here. And then finally, the last step, which is fittingly enough making steps. So let's quickly wrap this up. And then this. Wait, okay. And these, and then one more, and then yeah, and then I just need to switch the selection to connection, and I don't know if you're ready for this. For this final step, just need to bam. And there we have it, the Weetabix Castle. It looks gorgeous, it looks perfectly livable. It does not look like a cacophony for the eyes. But that'll just about do it for this episode, because this has already been... Oh my god, it's been an hour and a half for me. I might have edited this down for you, but for me this has been about an hour and a half. So, you have a lovely rest of your night, and I'll see you next time.
Riding through the glen, Robin Hood, with his band of men, feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood could be in a fix. Robin Hood spies the Weetabix. Does he retreat back to Sherwood? 'Cause he should, 'cause he should. Have you had your Weetabix?